Hey everyone, this is Jim with Thriving Branch. In our previous studies over the last few months, we've engaged in meditations on certain key scriptures. And I hope that these have been as rewarding and thought-provoking for you as they have been for me. Meditating on scripture is a time-honored practice. It's one that the scriptures themselves endorse and recommend. And this also highlighted for me how different modern Christianity is from the essence of the gospel as defined in Scripture. If you've been with me for some time, you might remember a study from 2014 titled The Simplicity of the Gospel. It's an article that I originally wrote that highlights the powerful but fundamentally simple message of what Jesus has accomplished and how our spiritual identity changed as a result of his sacrifice. The simplicity of the gospel was not actually my idea, but it comes directly from Scripture, 2 Corinthians chapter 11 to be precise. And it's amazing that after all this time, the same issue is still so widespread. The same deception, the same stumbling block, the same issue still exists in modern Christianity today. And it runs completely counter to our unity with Christ because it places a barrier, an artificial barrier, between us and Jesus, between us and his Spirit. It makes us think that somehow the work is not finished. It's the same deception that Adam and Eve faced in the garden. And again, this is all defined in 2 Corinthians chapter 11. You see, the simplicity of the gospel is that Jesus finished the work. He accomplished what he set out to do. He removed your sin. He paid the sacrifice. He paid the price. And now you are reborn into Christ. And like I said, this runs counter to many of the ideas in modern Christianity today, which tells us that we need to do something else in order to achieve, that we're still reaching toward that goal of unity with Christ. That we still need to work on our behaviors, we need to work on our thought life or our good works, whatever it is, that we need to do more. We need to add to what Jesus did in order to achieve the goal of unity with Christ, unity with God. That idea is still presented in many Christian communities, Christian churches today, and may take several different forms. It may use different language, but the idea is the same. And that has an effect on people. It makes them think, well, I'm not there yet. I might be there sometime in the future. I'll keep working at it. And all the while you're working, while you're trying to achieve, you never actually have spiritual peace because you're not there yet. You haven't reached the goal. You'll have peace when you reach the goal, but you haven't reached the goal yet. See, that thought will always be in the back of your mind. The reason why I know this is because it's exactly how I used to live. But the gospel, the true good news, is that Jesus actually did finish the work. There's nothing for you to do other than to be thankful for what he has done, to accept and receive the finished work that he actually accomplished. And it's actually proven in Scripture. There is Scripture to support what I just said. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 10 says that we have been sanctified, that is, made holy, through the offering of the body of Jesus Christ once for all. You see, it's not your own offering. It's not even your own body that is offered. It's not how much you sacrifice. It's what, or rather who, has been sacrificed for you on your behalf. That's what makes you holy. That's what sanctifies you. See, you are not in the process of sanctifying yourself. You are not in the process of making yourself holy. It is not your arm trying to reach for the goal of godly sanctification. It is not your arm trying to reach for the finish line of trying to be made holy or sanctified enough for God to accept you. No, you are accepted by God solely on the basis of Jesus Christ. That is the truth of the gospel. And the sooner that we accept that, the sooner we can have the peace of Christ. The sooner we can have spiritual peace, knowing that we are sanctified not because of ourself or our own behaviors, but because of Jesus Christ. And the more you meditate on this, my friend, the more you meditate on this, you will see the extreme difference between this gospel truth and what modern Christianity is preaching. I would encourage you today to stay, again, in the simplicity of the true gospel, that Jesus Christ is your sacrifice, not yourself. And the more you stay in that truth, the more it will have a divine effect on every area of your life. And it will not be because of you, it will be solely because of Christ. I look forward to thriving with you again. Be blessed.